All right, so 6.4, we're going to talk about the dot product. When we take the dot product, it looks like multiplication, but it's not really. I mean, kind of. It has a little bit of multiplication in it. But it'll be u dot v. So vector u dot vector v. When we take the dot product, it's the first number times the first number plus the second number times the second number. Where people go the most wrong with this is that they'll write the dot product as a vector as the answer. But the dot product, the answer is going to give you a number. So when you take the dot product, the answer is a number. The answer is what? Say it again. The answer is what? A number. So the dot product is just going to give you one number as your answer. Here we have some properties of the dot product. You can apply the properties if you want, but if there's parentheses, just do whatever's in the parentheses first and figure it out from there. So let's look at example 1 on the next page. Here we're finding the dot product. So we multiply the first number times the first number. So 4 times 2 would be 8 plus the second number times the second number. 5 times 3 would be 15. And 8 plus 15? 23. Awesome. So the dot product gives us a number as our answer. Let's do it again in B. The first times the first, so 2 times 1 is 2. Plus the second times the second, negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. So 2 plus negative 2, 0. Let's do it again for C. The first times the first, 0 times 4 is 0. Plus the second times the second, 3 times negative 2, negative 6. 0 plus negative 6, negative 6. Awesome. Example 2, it gives us vector u, v, and w. It says use the vectors and the properties of the dot product to find u dot v times w. So for A, let's find u dot v, the dot product of u and v. So the first times the first, what's 1 times, negative 1 times 2? Negative 2. Plus the second times the second, 3 times negative 4? Negative 12. What's negative 2 plus negative 12? Negative 14. So now negative 14 is our scalar. We're multiplying that to vector w, which vector w is 1 comma negative 2. How do we multiply a scalar to our vector? Distribute. So here we get negative 14 comma, what's negative 14 times negative 2? 28. Awesome. So we found the dot product first. The dot product gave us a number, and then we distributed that to vector w. Let's do B. So we have vector u, which is negative 1, 3, with the dot product of 2 times vector v, which is 2, negative 4. What do you think we'd have to do first here? Distribute. Let's distribute the 2 first. We get 4 comma negative 8. And then we can take the dot product. So the dot product is the first number times the first number. What's negative 1 times 4? Negative 4. Plus the second number times the second number. What's 3 times negative 8? Negative 24. So negative 4 plus negative 24 would be negative 28. Awesome. Let's look at number C, or letter C. What do those 2 bars mean? What's C asking us to do? Olivia. Find the magnitude. This means to find the magnitude. So we're finding the magnitude of vector u. So our magnitude is the square root of the first number squared plus the second number squared. So -1 squared plus 3 squared. So the square root of 1 plus 9, which would be the square root of 10. This is the magnitude of u. Right, next thing we're going to talk about is the angle between two non-zero vectors. So here we're looking for the angle between two vectors, which we have a formula for on the next page. So the angle between two vectors, if theta is the angle between two non-zero vectors u and v, then the cosine of theta equals the dot product of u and v over the magnitude of u times the magnitude of v. So when we do the dot product, it's going to give us a number over the magnitude of u, which is also going to be a number, and the magnitude of v, which is also going to be a number. So cosine of theta is going to equal some number. Then we would have to do the inverse cosine to find out what theta is, depending on if we're looking for theta. All right, so for example 3, we want to find angle theta between vector u and v. So our formula that we're going to use is the cosine of theta equals the dot product of u and v divided by the magnitude of u times the magnitude of v. So we need to find what our dot product is. We need to find what our magnitude of u is and what our magnitude of v is. Then we can plug those three things into our formula. So starting with the dot product, the first number times the first number, 4 times 3 would be 12, plus the second number times the second number, 15. So 12 plus 15 is 27. Next, let's find the magnitude of u. So the magnitude of u is the square root of the first number squared plus the second number squared. So 4 squared plus 3 squared would be 16 plus 9. So the square root of 25, which is what? 5. And then the magnitude of v, so the square root of the first number squared plus the second number squared, 3 squared plus 5 squared, would be 9 plus 25. So the square root of 34. So let's plug all of these into our formula. The cosine of theta equals 27 over the magnitude of u, which is 5, times the magnitude of v, which is square root 34. Then we can plug this into our calculator. Be careful when you're putting it in the calculator. If you put it all in at once, make sure you use parentheses around the denominator. We should get cosine of theta equals 0.926. It keeps going. Is this my answer? How would I find what theta is? Do the inverse cosine. We got to do that cosine -1 button in our calculator. So that cancels out with the cosine. So then our angle theta, in my calculator, I'm going to do second cosine, second answer, just to copy and paste that answer over. So theta equals 22.16, so we'll call it 22.2. If we're talking about an angle, what would our unit be here? Degrees. We're still talking about degrees. So when we're talking about the angle between two vectors, some questions are going to ask you if your two vectors are orthogonal. Orthogonal and perpendicular mean the same thing. Do you know what perpendicular means? If two vectors are perpendicular, what would that mean? They cross through each other, but at what? 90. At 90 degrees. Perfect. So orthogonal is just another way of saying perpendicular. To see if two of your vectors are orthogonal, you would take the dot product, and it has to equal 0 if they are orthogonal. So if the dot product gives you 0, then your angles are orthogonal. Are the vectors orthogonal? So let's take the dot product. We want to find the dot product of u and v. If it equals 0, then it would be orthogonal. So the dot product, we do the first number times the first number. What's 2 times 6? 12. Plus the second number times the second number. What's negative 3 times 4? Negative 12. What is 12 plus negative 12? 0. If we get 0, are they orthogonal? Yes. So if the dot product gives you 0, your two vectors are orthogonal. It says the same thing on the next page. Two vectors that are perpendicular or vectors that meet at a right angle are orthogonal. Two vectors are orthogonal if and only if the result of their dot product equals 0. We can also have parallel vectors. So parallel means that they have the same slope, they'd never touch. Two vectors are parallel if their proportions are the same. So if we would take the first number in vector u over the first number in v equals the second number in u over the second number in v. So the first over the first equals the second over the second. So we want to see if they're proportional, then they are parallel. So determine if u and v are parallel, orthogonal, or neither. So first, let's write these in component form. What would vector u be in component form? Two comma negative 2. What would vector v be in component form? Negative 1 comma negative 1. Perfect. Let's see if they're parallel. So we want to see if they are proportional. So we would take the first number over the first number, so 2 over negative 1, and see if it equals the second number over the second number, so negative 2 over negative 1. Are these equal? No. They are not equal, so they are not parallel. Let's see if they're orthogonal. What would we do to check to see if they're orthogonal? We want to see if the dot product equals 0. So the first times the first would be negative 2, plus the second times the second. What's negative 2 times negative 1? Positive 2. What's negative 2 plus positive 2? 0. So if it equals 0, what does that mean? They are orthogonal. So because the dot product equals 0, then they are orthogonal. If they're not parallel and not orthogonal, then it would just be neither. So if they're not proportional and the dot product doesn't equal 0, yeah.